Hey, Coach Ron here with Wise Coaching, WIISE coaching.com with another TriTipz podcast. As a coach, I look at a lot of athletes and I look at their form and how they're executing the races. And it's just amazing, the differences in how people get the job done. And some do it with great form, some do it without such great form. And the amazing thing is that you'll see people without such great form performing really well, but there are some advantages to improving your form. So sport is all about efficiency, and I think you'll agree, particularly in endurance sports, the more efficient you can be, the better off you're going to be. You're going to perform better and you're going to feel better while doing it. So um, you'll have more success. You can still go fast, however, with less than perfect form. I'll give you a couple examples here coming up. For example, if you're not the best swimmer, if you don't have the best form, if you've been working on it for years, and I know some of you have, it's a hard thing to change your swim form or your running gait. I know that's difficult, but you can still be very, very good in this sport and not have the best form. But if you've got better form, that means better efficiency. You're going to be faster and you're going to get there with less effort. So that's the goal. So you can see efficiency, and I've got a couple of examples up here because it really is quite amazing when you see the difference in some of these athletes. And I just took a look at some of the pros and have given you some of my ideas on who are some of the best in terms of their form in each sport, and some that might do a little bit better if they had better form. So on the swim, and these are all male examples. Sorry about that. I didn't want to pick on any other women, although I'm pretty sure I could come up with examples with the women as well. But so on the swim, great form is Sam Laidlow. I was just looking at an Ironman video again this morning from the Ironman World Championships in Kona 2022. And Sam led the swim on the way out, and he kind of fell back to second place for the return. But he is an amazing looking swimmer. He just makes it look so easy. On the other hand, Alistair Brownlee, who is always in the front pack. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's at the Olympics or if it's in an Ironman race, he is always in the front of the front pack. Not a great looking swim, but he's up there. Cycling, Magnus Ditlev. I was just hearing a thing today, he just talked about his FTP, and his 20-minute FTP, by the way, is 500 watts. So try to match that sometime on your trainer. Just a beautiful cyclist. Somebody that's not a beautiful cyclist, but again, very effective, Sam Long. I don't know what Sam's 20-minute test would amount to, but I'd imagine it's probably pretty darn close to Magnus. It's just not as pretty. In terms of running, the first time I saw Patrick Lange, I believe it was the 2017 Ironman World Championships, watching it on TV from my hotel room. I was actually in Kauai at the time, and I literally said to my girlfriend, I said, that is one beautiful looking runner. And then seriously, within 10 seconds of me making that statement, the commentator on the newscast, Greg Welch, said the exact same thing. Just an amazing looking runner. One of the worst looking runners in the entire sport, Lionel Sanders, but he gets the job done. So while I do think you should work on your form, don't give up on it. Try to be as efficient as possible, but don't fret if you're not there and your form isn't perfect. Okay. One of the things that I do notice on swim, bike, and run is bouncing. I see athletes going up and down, up and down. It's not efficient. Try to minimize the bouncing. You can immediately see it on the swim, bike, and the run. So keep in mind that we're on a horizontal plane, whether it's on the water or the land. We're trying to move forward. We're not trying to move up and down. We're trying to move forward. So that's what we're looking for. We're looking for forward momentum. not up and down. Bouncing, no good. Okay, so bouncing on the swim, you'll notice some swimmers, and you'll notice it particularly in their upper body of their head, the body is going up and down, up and down. And what causes this is the stroke, rather than projecting them forward, has got a bit of a down push to it. They're pushing down on the water for part of their stroke before pulling back. That's going to cause that bouncing. So how do you fix it? Well, concentrate on your arm position. You can do this with swim bands as well, but concentrate on your arm position and your follow through. Stop bouncing on the swim. Okay, so let's talk about bouncing on the bike. You see this quite a bit as well. You see the upper body is bouncing. There could be a number of reasons for this. One is that you could be working too hard, unless you're in a real push for the finish line. Your body should not have a lot of upper body movement. That's a bad thing. Could be a problem with your bike fit. Could be you're working too hard. One of the things that I do, and I really noticed this one time when I was racing a good friend of mine out in Palm Springs. I noticed he was in front of me for a little. He actually went around me, and when he got in front of me, I just noticed how stable his body was. Literally the only thing that was moving was his feet and legs. The upper body wasn't moving at all. And I do this. I check myself out sometimes when I'm riding and the sun's shining. I look down at my shadow to make sure that I don't have a lot of body movement up and down and back and forth. Try that and let me know how that works for you. And then also concentrate on a smooth pedal stroke, not just mashing down on the pedals. Feel the pedal stroke all the way around. Feel the pedal stroke all the way around. Single leg drills will help you with this on your trainer. That'll definitely help. All right, bouncing on the run. You'll notice some people, there's a lot of up and down movement when they're running. Their entire body is bouncing up and down. This can be caused by a couple of things. One would include overstriding. You'll see that when people are taking extremely large steps in their stride, and they're going up and down, up and down. I actually wrote an article about this probably about 10 years ago about the vertical mile, where as if you were bouncing like that during your marathon, you might be adding as much as a mile to that marathon. The vertical mile, you'd be bouncing up and down and adding literally another mile to your marathon. So you don't want to bounce. So watch the overstriding. And then also, are you on your toes rather than on your midfoot? That's the goal. And again, I'm not about to change your running gait at this point, but you're going to do much better. You're going to have a much more efficient running gait if you try to stay off your toes and on the balls of your feet. Less injuries that way as well. Try to keep your cadence up to about 180. That means 90 like right foot strikes per minute. That'll help prevent some of that bouncing that you've got going on. And then just concentrate on smoothing out your running gait with those ideas. And again, a couple of TriTipz, just things to try on your own. The first would be to videotape your swim, bike, and run to see if you are bouncing. This is an easy one to do. We've all got smartphones now that you can easily videotape yourself, swim, bike, and run. Try that, play it back, look at it, see if you've got that bouncing, and then do the things that I recommended. That'd be a good place to start. Check your form while you're exercising. I'm constantly, my girlfriend just asked me the other day, it's like, what are you thinking about when you're swimming? And it's like, well, yeah, I'm thinking about my my form. Where's my body position? Where are my feet? Are my heels coming up slightly out of the water when I'm kicking? Where are my hands at? Is my body staying still? So while you're actually exercising, swimming, biking, running, concentrate on your form. See what you're telling yourself on your own form. And then if you can't change, guess what? You can't change. The best option would be, to concentrate on strengthening those muscles. Just keep doing what you're doing. Add your strength training to your training regimen, and you can be a very, very good triathlete, even though your form is not perfect. So uh, don't give up. And again, as always, what's next? Hey, I've got that 14-day free trial offer, no credit card needed. This gets you 2 free weeks with TriDoc and 2 weeks training virtually with me. And there's 6 options all the way from $14.99 a month all the way up to $450 per month. So I hope you'll check it out. Love to work with you. I've got a really good crew that I'm working with now, and we're just having a blast. So get signed up and we'll add you to the crew.